What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. Today we're talking about EDC items that I don't actually carry with me on my person every single day, but I find myself using them almost every day because I always have them within an arm's reach, whether it's here in my office or when I'm traveling on the road in my Sprinter van. Now, a lot of these products here, all of these here in front of me, you've probably seen somewhere out there on the internet before because they're coming from a really cool company who a lot of other creators have highlighted before. I've actually opened all of these products in some previous mail time videos from like a long time ago. So some of these products I've had for over 2 years now. This one right here in particular has been with me in every single state that I've taken the van to. So this tool has been to the entire lower 48 states. And this one in particular is also one that I use almost every day. Now, typically I like talking directly to you guys, but I think because all of these items are relatively small, we're gonna switch to a top-down view to give you guys a little bit closer of a look at all of these products coming from Big Idea Design. Alright guys, here we go. I got all of my personal Big ID products laid out in front of me here. This is by no means everything that they make. These are just the ones that I have and I have used over the past couple of years. We're going to start down here with the one that I've used probably the least, but then move up the line to the things that I use almost daily. Now, if you see anything that you like here, I will of course be leaving links in the description down below to their website, and if you use code TalonSci on their website, you can get 10% off of your order. So anything that you see here, 10% off. Now, with that being said, let's start right down here, which is kind of a cool intro to some of their products. So right there, once we can grab the focus, this is their mini titanium pry bar. A lot of Big ID's products are made out of titanium, which I personally love. I know everyone thinks I like all black everything, but I actually like black mixed with titanium because it wears really cool, it's a really high-end material, and this is just a simple, tiny little pry bar. Throw it on your keychain. It's got a little bit of texturing there on the tip so you can pry with it and scrape with it. You could use it as a mini screwdriver if you wanted to. Just a tiny little product right there, a little chunk of titanium. And I think those are going for about $25 on their site right now. Now that little guy I typically just keep in my tool bench, and whenever I need to pry at something I'll pull it out and just use it like that. I don't actually run it on my keys, but it's really easy to do if you wanted to do that. Now moving on to these right here, we'll start with the older version of the TPT, or their titanium pocket tool. This thing comes with a little leather sheath. If you caught my unboxing videos of all of these products, the packaging on all of their products is phenomenal. That's something that a lot of companies overlook. So anyway, what is this thing? Obviously comes with a sheath, and right here is the tool itself. It's a little TSA compliant, the way that it comes, little pocket tool. Now this is their older version. There's a newer version right here which we'll get into, but basically this thing has a few different functions. You can fit a normal razor blade in there, or this one actually comes with this right here, which can still be used to open packages. You can fly with it, you could bring it on an airplane. You can easily swap this out once you get to your destination with a regular razor blade if you want to have a knife, and there's a few different other features on here. It's got a lanyard hole. This can also be used as sort of a camping fork. I've never actually used it as a fork, but I guess I could give that a shot. And then right on the end here, you get another little pry bar, screwdriver, and then also a little 1/4-inch hex there. That way you can put a bit in there and tighten things up, depending on if you carry bits or not. If I pop this blade out here, you could actually use this as well to sort of wrench down on any bolts that may be coming loose, whether it's on your vehicle or mountain bike or whatever it may be. We're working with 15/64 down here, or 6mm down towards the smaller part. And then up towards the end, it is 7/16 or 12mm across if you're working with a bigger bolt. And then of course you could use it as a bottle opener as well. To put the blade, or the non-blade, the fork insert in here, you simply slide it in. You push on this little tab right here, and that will allow you to get those little notches in the back engaged, and that's how you close it as well. Now for the newer version, this is the TPT slide. Again, it comes with a nice little leather sheath, an extra blade or a fork insert right there. And this one is pretty similar. The only difference is it has a slide button on the side here. This one is much easier to use. It's a little bit more expensive because they did add some functionality like a pocket clip right here. So if you didn't want to run the lanyard, you could just simply pull that off and throw this thing into your pocket. I haven't actually even thought about flying with these, but I probably should. I fly so many places where I wish I had some kind of pocket knife with me at my end destination, and I always find that lacking in my EDC when I travel. Now, is something like this ever going to completely replace a pocket knife? No, not really, but it's better than nothing. You get the hex bit in there, pry bar, scraper, and all that good stuff as well. So those are the titanium pocket tools. Now for these right here, pens, something that I don't really keep in my EDC, but I always have one in my van, and I always have a few of them sitting on my desk. I'm not even lying when I say this, these are probably the only pens that I have used in the past couple of years. I don't find myself writing very often, but whenever I have to, these things are awesome. So this pen right here is the Titanium Pocket Pro, again marked with the titanium on the clip there. This is what they call their auto-adjusting EDC pen. You simply twist it to reveal the tip. And these things are built almost like with pocket knife tolerances. It is such a smooth action on this thing, and I'm not one to nerd out about pens, but this is definitely a very, very nice pen. It's got good tension on the pocket clip. It is relatively small. Here it is in comparison to $1. So maybe a little over 3 inches. Now if you are a pen snob, you could actually pull this apart and put your own cartridge in here. It's just a simple spring and then whatever cartridge you want to run, whether it's like a Fisher Space Pen. These that the pen comes with, again, I don't really know a whole lot about pens, but they feel really, really nice. I haven't had any issue with them, and it's a nice, really dark black ink. You can check out some of the details on here, the 2 little O-rings that they use to make a nice smooth seal on this pen. And then also the machine work on those threads there that keep this thing together, a little bit of grip where you're actually holding this pen. So that is the black titanium version. They also have this version right here. They come in brass and copper. Now there are a lot of cool things about using this type of material. This one happens to be collaboration with my friend Pete. So it's got his pirate logo on there. Underneath the clip, it's a really fine detail, which you probably can't even see on camera. Oh, you can almost see it there. It says "Fly the Flag" on the inside. If you know Pete, you know this is super fitting for him. What's cool about these materials is that they're going to be a little bit heavier than titanium, and of course, all of that patina. If I actually unscrew this a little bit, you can sort of get an idea of what this pen looked like before I started using it. This one has been used for probably the past year now, and it's got some good patina on it. Again, same as the last Pro pen. Adjust the length of it. Really nice writing with this pen. And since this one was a gift, it means a little bit more to me, so this one I'm gonna hold on to forever. Now for the pen that I probably use the most, this is their titanium click pen, which is pretty similar to the others. You can adjust it a little bit, and it has a click like a standard pen. Again, really satisfying with the action. Do people talk about actions of pens? I'm sure they do somewhere out there on the internet, but yeah, all these pens are super nice. A lot more expensive than like a pack of Bic pens that you might find at a Target or a Walmart or something like that, but this is something that is going to last pretty much forever. You can refill those inserts, and again, this one is probably my most used pen, and I dig it a lot. Now moving on to the final 2 tools down here. These are both the same, but a little bit different. I believe that these are probably what Big Idea Design is known for most, and these are their Bit Bar pocket-friendly EDC screwdrivers. You can tell I have actually not used this one because I still got some of the packaging in there. So this one is a black titanium Bit Bar. Again, I have not used this one, so I'm gonna actually show you the one that I have used. It comes with a leather sheath and then a little extension on there. This right here is my most used tool from Big Idea Design. This thing has been riding in my van, again, through all of the lower 48 states, and I've fixed a lot of different things on my van with this very tool right here. So, the Bit Bar. This is the standard titanium version. This one's kind of dirty. I was actually just using this the other day, and it kind of got me thinking. I use this tool so much, and I've never really brought you guys a dedicated video on it, so figured today might as well be that day. So how does this thing work? It's all titanium, of course. You can see the bits inlaid almost in the handle right there. It's got a little bit of a pocket clip on this side, and if I press up right here, it shows all of those bits. All of the bits here are held in by magnets, so they're not going to come falling out. You got your choice between large Phillips head, small Phillips head, a large flat, small flat, square bits, Torx bits, but you can also put whatever 1/4 inch bit you want inside of these. The one I probably use the most are these Torx bits here, because a lot of the stuff on my van uses Torx bits. On the end here, simply drop the bit in, and again, there's a magnet in there, so that holds the bit in place. This isn't too small that you're not going to be able to get a good grip on it. I mean, it fills up my hand really nicely, and you can really torque down on things. Also in the sheath right here is that extension that I mentioned before. Drop the bit into the extension into there, and now you have a really nice size screwdriver with whatever bits you want to carry with you. I wish I would have been documenting how much I have used this thing over the past like year and a half now, because I swear I use it all the time, from fixing the window in my vans. I just installed new flooring in my van, so I was actually using this to pop up some of the floor clips. And this thing is just super handy. It's nice and neat, minimal, just like most of their products are minimal. And then it packs away into this nice little sheath, just like that. And then this thing just rides in my van in one of my drawers, and I use this thing frequently. So again, those are just some of the products that I have and use from Big ID. There's a lot of cool stuff on their website, so you guys should definitely check that out in the description down below. So there are some of my quick thoughts on a lot of these really cool products coming from Big ID. I'm curious to know if you guys own any of their products already, and if you do, which ones are your favorites? These are just the ones that I have in front of me here. There's quite a lot more that you can find over on their website. So if you guys want to check that stuff out, again, I will leave a link for it in the description down below, and you can use code TALONSCI at checkout if you want a 10% discount on anything that they offer. So that's all that I have for today. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, and of course, if you're new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe, because I make new videos every single week. That's all. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.